Good day, everyone. I am Mary Angel. I'm Adam from Group 4, and together with my company, we are going to present the Erikson psychosocial theory of development and its stages of development. So, we may think or ask, who is Erikson? So, Erikson, or Erik Hamburger Erikson, is the father of psychosocial development. Before he became the father of psychosocial development, in 1972, he took a job on working with children of frauds, patients, and friends, where he also observed, studies, and learned some of the theories. And soon after, when he masters these theories, he began to develop his own theories relating to personality development. So, his theory studies on how children socializes and in how this affects their sense of self somehow. So, let's proceed. So, we have here some of the definitions of psychosocial theory of development. So, we have identity and identity crisis. When we say identity, it is a person who knows where he or she is in life, who has a sense of uniqueness, like while also having a sense of belonging and wholeness. Like, let's say for example, we see ourselves as a big firm tree, like that. Being a big firm tree, we know where we stand, we know where we belong. We feel like wholeness, the firmness on being a big firm tree, like that. Somewhat like on the other hand, also identity crisis, it is the time in a person's life when they lack direction, feel unprotected, and weakens its sense of identity. Like those people who have weaker egos encounters trying time, and or those poorly developed egos, like in our lives, we encounter hardships, problems rather, doubt, unbelongingness, like some part of our life is empty, like that. So that is some of the examples of identity crisis. So that's all for me, and I'm gonna pass on the stages of development to the rest of my company. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. This is the stages of development. The first one is trust versus mistrust, where infancy 0 to 1 year old belong. Children begin to learn the ability to trust others based upon the consistency of their caregivers. Successful development of child's trust acquire their confidence and security in the world. Unsuccessful completion can result in an inability to trust that may result to anxiety, heightened insecurities, and an overfeeling of mistrust in the world around them. These stages explain that the children begin developing their trust during their infancy, and it is based on the people who take care of them, who guide them, or who guard them. And the more you trust yourself, the more you have confidence. The second one is autonomy versus doubt, where early childhood 1 to 3 years old belong. Children begins to assert their independence by walking away from their mother, picking the toys they want, food they want to eat, and the way they want to be dressed up. Children that are encouraged in their increased independence become more confident and secure in their own way or ability to survive in the world. While children that are criticized or overly controlled, they begin to feel inadequate in their ability to survive, may become overly dependent to others, lack of self-esteem, and feel the sense of shame and doubt in their own abilities. In this stage, tell us that in our early childhood, our parents want us to be an independence in a simple way by walking away from them, picking the toys we want, food we want to eat, and the way we want to be dressed. In short, this is the beginning that we need to stand up in our own. Thank you.
Hello sir, good morning. Have a nice day. This is General E. Damon and this is my presentation. Stages of Development. Stage 3. Initiative versus guilt. Children assert themselves more frequently. They begin to plan their activities, making games and initiatives activities with others. And also, in preschool, we take an initiative, try out new things, and learn basic principles, like how round things roll. Confused na sila sa mga butang na mga circle, round things, ngano ning lihok, dira na ma-develop ang initiative. And also we can ask, it is okay for me to do what I do? Okay ra ba na akong buhaton sa akong gusto buhaton? Or what I want to do? Maka try tag mga pangutana pag gusto ra ta. And if we are encouraged, we can follow our interests. But if we held back or told what we are doing is silly, we can develop guilt. For example, makasab-an ta kay sa atong gipambuhat, muna ma-develop atong guilt. Guilty ta kay ma-feel tagka-worry, unhappiness kay because maybe you have done something wrong, such as causing harm to other person or others. Maka feel ka guilt kay basig nakapasakit ka sa ibang tao o basig na kay nabuhat na ikalain sa ubang tao. Muna makadevelop ka sa guilt, matawag na guilt. Thank you sir, and that's all.
We are now in the fourth stage of development. Industry versus inferiority. School age 6 to 12 years old. Muna sila mga nagnapat na mga sa elementary schools. Ayan. Children begins to develop a sense of pride in their accomplishment. Children that are encouraged and reinforced for their initiative, they begin to feeling industrious and will be confident in their ability to achieve goals. If initiative is not encouraged, then the child begins to feel inferior and doubt his own ability.
Good evening once again. My name is Shirley Coltora. So we're now done in the fourth stage of human development. So now let's proceed to the fifth stage of human development, which is the identity versus role confusion. So the definition says here that transition from childhood to adulthood is important. Children are becoming more independent and begin to look in the future in terms of career, relationships, families, housing, and etc. So this stage happens in the teenage years, which ages from 12 to 19 years old. So the hallmark of this stage is to have a person's personal identity. So how does it happen? So it happens when a person already knew who is she, or he already knew what he wants in the future. So this person, they are looking forward for their future career, sa relationships, family, or even houses. Okay, so in this stage, they begin to explore possibilities and begin to form their identity based upon the outcome of their exploration. So, before mo translation ng usa ka tawo, from 5th to 6th stage is dapat kahibalo siya sa iyang kagalingon or nakaila na siya sa iyang kagalingon from the 5th stage pa lang. It's because madala ni niya sa 6, 7, ug 8 nga stage. Alright, so kung ang tao wala siya kaila siyang kagalingon, it will lead him or her into negative impact sa iyong kinabuhi. Okay? It will continue to influence behavior and development for the rest of a person's life. Okay, so in the sense of being hindered, it will result to confusion about themselves and their role in this world. So, dili na musulod ang negative side ani nga stage, which is the confusion. So, kanina mga tao, wala pa sila kaila silang kagalingon or wala sa kabaluon sa ilang gusto. For example, ang gender identity, which is ang usa ka lalaki gipanganak siya, then naa siya iyang heart is pambabaye or babae iyang heart. So sa madaling salita is gay or bayot. So si Erikson diri niya gibutang ang kitawag nga ego identity. So first, what is ego identity? So ego identity is a social interaction, but it constantly changes due to new experiences. Okay? So mao po ni isa sa factor ang makakonfuse sa tao due to social interaction. So mugawas ang discrimination or dili katanggap sa imuhang lipunan na kinatatayuan. Okay? So or even sa imong family. So, mo to kong example nga katong bayot nga dili abi siya wala abi siya gi-accept sa iyang family nga bayot siya. So, there are confusion of himself. So, naay confusion sa iyang kagalingon. So, dapat makahibaluta sa tong kagalingon. It's because isud kayo magpunta ka sa negative sides ani nga stage kay mauni imong madala sa mga next na yugto sa imong kinabuhi. Okay, I'm done. That's all. Thank you.
We are now in the 6th stage of the development. Intimacy versus isolation. Early adulthood, 19 to 40 years old. In this stage, the individual develops a warm and intimate relationship towards the others. So in this stage daw, siguro mga 19 to 40, siyempre ma-develop na nila mga desire, mga sila intimacy sa isa't isa, and yeah. Successful completion of intimacy leads to comfortable relationship and sense of commitment, safety, and care. Siyempre, if nana sila'y you know what, kanang loved ones or nana sila'y mga intimate sa isa't isa, siyempre mo-commit yun na sila og mga self-care, ang piganti ka, ganon nga mga one. If intimacy is not acquired during this time of life, a sense of isolation is developed instead. So, ang gingon niya dire, if intimacy is not acquired daw during this time, a sense of isolation is developed instead. So, muingon ka og kanang wala nimo ni na nabuhat kining mga intimacy sa kaning time, siguro na kay dapat ayoson si mong kaugalingon nga nganong wala ka na, syempre depende po sa tao. So that's all.
Good day everyone. We are now at stage 7 and 8 of stages of development. Generativity versus stagnation. Middle adulthood, ages 46 to 65 years old. In this age, kay makita na to ang mga tawo nga naanay family. The middle years comprise the productive years of adulthood. In this stage, the individual's productivity is gauged by his or her family and society. Failing to achieve these objectives, we become stagnant and feel unproductive. So, in this stage, family and society gauge us to be productive, and if we fail to achieve these objectives, we will become stagnant or inactive and feel unproductive. Ego integrity versus despair. Late adulthood, ages 65 years old above. In this stage, mao ni siya ginatawag nga senior or ang mga retired person. In this stage, people tend to slow down their productivity and explore life as a retired person. It is the achievement of a sense of integrity resulting from identification with mankind, according to Erikson. If we see our lives as unproductive and develop the feeling of guilt and regrets, we become dissatisfied with life and the sense of despair emerges.